if you are still a young believer, now let me show you another continuation of the lies from your God, because that your God is the number one typical potential original liar ever. He's the number one liar ever till today. So let me show you another lie from your God and your Jesus. Now let's go to Mark chapter 16 verse 18. It says, you will carry a live snake in your hand and it will not bite you. And you also drink a poison, you will not die. That is a lie. You cannot drink a poison and still be alive. And you can dig your grave unalive instantly. And you cannot hold a live snake in your hand like a cobra or python and still be alive. It must bite you and put a venom in your body. You unalive. So that is a lie from your God. You cannot drink a poison and still be alive. And you cannot touch a snake and still be alive. First lie from the God. Now let's go to Luke chapter 17 verse 16. God says, if you have a faith even as small as a mustard seed, listen carefully. Luke chapter 17 verse 6. He says, God says, if you have a faith even as small as a mustard seed, you can command a tree to uproot itself and go and plant in a sea, and the tree will obey you. That is a typical potential lie. You cannot command a tree to uproot itself and go and plant in a sea. And mind you, God says, if you have a faith even as small as a mustard seed. Now, what's a mustard seed? Let me show you how small mustard seed is. Let me show you. A mustard seed is as small as like this. Can I see this in my hand? See this thing now? I don't know if I see it clearly. A mustard seed is as small as like this now. See a mustard seed here now. So your God means, if you have a faith even as small as a mustard seed like this, you can command a tree to uproot itself and go and plant in a tree. In a sea, and the tree will obey you. That's a typical potential lie. You cannot ever command, even you cannot ever command a book like this to shift, and the book will shift. So your God is a what? Typical potential liar. Now let's go to wickedness from your God, your Jesus and his father, God. Now let's go to Luke chapter 12 from verse 51 to 53. Luke chapter 12 from verse 51 to 53. It says, let's go to Matthew chapter 10 from verse 34 to 35. It says, do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. Hear it? Matthew chapter 10 from verse 34 to 35. It says, do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. No, I come to bring sword. You see how dangerous your God is? I come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against his mother, and a daughter-in-law against mother-in-law, and all your enemies must be in your household. You see how demonic and dangerous your God is. So your Jesus come to this earth not to save me and you, but to bring disaster between me and you. He says it in Matthew chapter 10 from verse 34